Do you have Csec exams coming up? And are you scared that it's too late to finish studying? Well, fear not, because I am here with some last minute study tips that can help you to ace your Csec exams. Welcome back to another video. If you're new, welcome. In this video, as said, I'll be giving you some last minute tips to help you study for Csec. So if you like this video and you want to see more of me, please like and subscribe. But I won't keep you waiting, I'll get right into the video. The first tip is to forget about learning everything. It's too late, you don't even have to know everything anyways. So what you need to do is study the common topics. Look at past papers, see what topics are always on the paper and focus on mastering those so that you will at least be able to answer majority of the questions. This helped me so much, especially when I was sitting biology and I realized that I was running out of time. So I just focused on the major things and all of them came, and all the other things that came were things that I could just use my prior knowledge on. The next tip is to not do past papers. Wait. I don't mean it like that. Don't look up past papers online, do them, then send them to your teacher to mark them. No. Do past papers off of YouTube. Let me explain. Usually when you type the subject and then past paper and the paper you're looking for, chances are someone will be on the internet working it out. So find the video of that person working it out. You can pause the video, think of the answer, and then you unpause and they give you the answer. That is honestly such a quick and efficient way to study without actually using too much time. And if you are a 2x speed master like me, you'll put the video on 2 times, because that helped me so much as well. If you can handle speeding the video up, please do that, because we do not have a lot of time left and we have a lot of material to study. The next tip is to watch videos. I say this in every single video. At this point, I sound like a broken record, but you can listen faster than you can read. And the time it will take to read all of your notes and to read ahead to finish the syllabus, you could just watch a video on the topic. And I know that some people have to read to understand, read to memorize, and write. But the thing is, you can even write from these videos, take jottings, but videos are what will push you ahead, considering the fact that you don't have a lot of time left. And honestly, some videos explain a concept in 5 minutes that your teacher would take weeks to teach. So videos could be a really helpful tool that will make the difference between you getting that 1 and a 3. The next tip is to focus on paper 1. Now, once again, I don't mean it like that. I don't mean you're not supposed to study for paper 2, just swat past papers, study for paper 1 only and bank on that paper. No, you're still going to do all that you can for the paper 2, but ensure that you do not neglect paper 1, because paper 1 is one of the easiest paper to pass, except for maybe subjects like math, but even then it's still doable. You can always watch past papers, do past papers for paper 1, and the questions will repeat. So don't just kick paper 2 to the side, but ensure that you're doing everything you can for paper 1, because as I said, that can make the biggest difference. And most paper 1s are further down, maybe in June, late May. So that means you have a lot more time to prepare for paper 1s. So ensure that if you don't do anything perfectly, you do the paper 1 perfectly. Because I think if you get a really good grade on your paper 1, that's an A profile. If you did really good on your SBA, that's another A profile. So at that point, I don't know if I'm spreading misinformation. I hope I am not. But if I am not mistaken, I'm going to Google this actually and edit it out if I'm not right. But if I'm right, I'll leave it in. But I think once you have 2 A profiles, you're guaranteed at least a 2. So focus on the paper 1s. The next tip is to use voice recordings. So something that I've been incorporating is making some recordings of my notes, and it's really helpful because think about it. While you're making the recording, you're reading from it, and you often retain some of the things that way. But instead of every time you need to review something, you go and read, you have an audio file that you can listen to. And I know that we don't like to hear our own voices. I don't like to hear my own voice. Every time I edit a video, I'm like, what's that? Make it stop. but it is one of the quickest ways to review your notes, especially when you don't have a lot of time, and it's your voice, so it's a part of you. So I feel like that helps me to remember better because it's my voice that I'm listening to, and I think it can help you too. The next tip is to do exam runs. Now this kind of contradicts my previous point of doing past papers off YouTube instead of doing them from a hard copy or soft copy or something, but for every subject you should have at least one practice run where you set the timer, maybe even give yourself less time. Under exam conditions you have to do the paper straight through, no breaks, because this will help you to set your mind for the exam. Because sometimes it's really not about us not knowing, but we just don't have the skill and the perseverance. So we might know the information, but we might not have enough time, we might not be able to focus for that long, we might not be able to write that much. So really putting yourself in those conditions will help you to better prepare for the exam. And taking a test is not all knowledge. It's sometimes about your skill and time management. Even if you do this and you go to the exam and you fall short somewhere in terms of knowledge, at least you still have the exam taking skills that could still push you ahead. The next tip is to get enough rest. Really get enough rest. It sounds cliche, everyone says it, and I know I don't have enough time if I don't study this, if I don't stay up until 4 a.m. but your body takes so long to recover from a night of poor sleep, and not getting enough sleep, even if you know the content, if you're too tired, you might misread a question, you might not have enough energy to finish the exam, and that will still lead you to get a bad grade. So for the nights leading up to the exam, and especially the night before the exam, ensure that you're getting enough rest. Even if you have to sleep early and get up kind of early to study a bit and refresh, even though it's not good to study right before a test, do that, but don't stay up. Literally, do not stay up. This tip, this is not really a study tip per se, but you need to set reminders. Many people show up in the afternoons thinking they had their exam in the afternoon. Turns out it was a morning exam. We don't want that to happen. You won't be getting any receipts on that day. So ensure that you're setting your reminders and you have a pack list that you use every single day to pack your passport or any other kind of identification, to pack your timetable, to pack your pencils, pen, everything. The final tip is to just trust God. Just give the test to God. You've already done all that you could have. You have already studied, you have already worked, and the fact that you're watching this video, I know that you want to do something and you have been doing something. So you've done all that you could, and now you just need to trust that God will handle the rest for you. I honestly don't know how I would have gone through my exam without God and without praying and just saying, you know, I don't know if I can do this, but I know that you can, so I will do my best and you handle it. Do what you have to do what you need to do, and trust that God will help you with the rest, and He will. So that's that. Those are my tips. They were very quick as promised, and I hope they really help you. I want you all to do well. I know that it is nerve-wracking because sometimes Csec determines where you go in your life or what school you go to or how your life goes after this, but just relax because I know that you will do well. And even if you don't do as well as you want to, it's not the end of the world. It's going to feel like it, but it won't be the end. This will be over soon, so just do your best and your best will be good enough. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments, or any video requests, you can also leave them there. This is the end of the video, and I just wish you guys all the best.